Hello. Thank you so much for your comment. I think you're absolutely right. We need to make sure that kids are hearing us, listening to us, paying attention to us before we start talking, and then we won't have to repeat ourselves. But also, we want to make sure that the kids know that, and they take responsibility too. So we want to make sure that they themselves are making sure they're paying attention to you. So for example, if in the classroom the teacher gets up and she walks to the board ready to write something on the board, that's a cue. Everyone should stop what they're doing and pay attention to the teacher, because they know if this is the flow, that after the teacher writes something on the board, she's going to begin teaching, or he's going to begin teaching. So everyone, that's a cue. Pay attention. Everyone should start paying attention. This is what I did in my classroom with my students. I made sure I taught them to pay attention. I taught them to look for things, to be ready. Okay? This is how I know you're ready. Another example where we put the responsibility on kids is if I'm teaching, working one-on-one with a student at my desk, and the other students are doing work, but then they want my attention as soon as they're finished, right? I gave them a protocol of what they're supposed to do when they're finished their work. I would say, I need your notebook, top right of your desk, your pencil right next to it. I want your feet on the floor. I want your hands folded and your eyes forward. And that's how I know you're done, and that's how I know you're ready, and then I will call on you next. It worked like a charm. So we have to teach them these things, but we also have to always be giving them instructions and telling them what we expect of them, so that they take responsibility for it too. So imagine teachers in front of the classroom, and the teachers working real hard to get all the students to pay attention. That's half of the lesson time that the teacher's working to make sure they're all listening and paying attention. But if the students themselves say, this is my cue to stop, put my pencil down, push my notebook to the side, look at the teacher, or stop what I'm doing, open up my notebook, write my name and date at the top, because the teacher's writing some notes, they need to be thinking, and they are thinking. Kids are always thinking. We just have to help them focus on what to think about. What are they thinking about in the moment? Either they're thinking, I don't want to do this, or they might have something going on, their own thoughts, right? Consumed by their own thoughts. You're absolutely true. I get like that. You understand what I'm saying? That could be the case too. In classrooms across the country, a lot of kids are thinking about, they don't want to do the work. They don't want to have to do the next thing. And whether it's language arts, whether it's math, or science, or whatever they have to do, especially if they have to pick up a pencil and paper and write. You understand what I'm saying? So this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about getting students to focus more in classrooms, take responsibility and accountability, and work harder. And that will all develop their focus. And when the teacher is trying to teach, but they keep interrupting, not listening, looking all over the place, dropping their pencil, asking to go to the bathroom, taking too long to do their work, that's not because they can't process information, or they don't know what to do, or they're so distracted. If this happening every day and they never overcame this in second grade, third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, and this is the whole classroom, most of the kids in the classroom, it's really, we got to get the kids to think about, what should you be focusing on right now? Get ready. Make sure you're ready. Make sure you're paying attention, because I'm only going to say this once. You understand? We have to start to train them so that across the country our kids can perform better and do better. Okay? Thank you so much for your comment. I appreciate it so much. And thank you for talking about your specific child, your daughter, because, and my daughter's like that too, because we could speak in general, but when we talk about our kids, individual children, then we can customize it even more. But we don't, and I'm not saying this is you, but some of us are customizing it so much that we get away from the overall point and get away from a solution. But I really do enjoy your comment. I did enjoy your comment. Thank you so much.